What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Beard Pirates TCG. Clay here. Got Avocado behind the camera here with Yumi, aka Ray, and Hydro. We got a lot of Dragon Ball Fusion World stuff to talk about, and so we're just going to kind of get right into the discussion, talking about the ban list first. So ban list came out today. Been waiting on it for a little over a week now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we all kind of knew that red was going to get hit at some point.
100%.
Didn't really know what was going to get hit. I think we had discussed previously that the hitting leaders is not healthy for a game.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure what's going to happen, but it came out, and as of today, it takes effect July 1st, but we got it today. Red Kefla is going down to 1. They banned the 1-drop Roshi that takes the cost down from a red event, and then they also banned the 4-drop. Is it the double strike? Yeah, the 4-drop double strike Rebrian. Yeah, so kind of some crazy hits. So what's your initial thought on these bans and these limits?
I'll let you go first, bro. You're the one who
As
played
the top coup player.
As the top coup player.
I picked up Taku because I was playing Bears before, and I was getting cooked by green, to be honest. So I picked this up just because it was red, something different. And I understand the Roshi ban because if you go first or second, you play this, and you take your life instantly. And if you have an event like a search, you play for free or something, and you could just awaken at 3 energy, which is crazy.
And you don't have to rest it, which
You don't
is
have to rest it.
absolutely
And
wild.
it's activate on main, so if it doesn't get popped and you have multiple on field, you just take your life every time. So I understand the ban. There's other options for red to take their life. For instance, Hit, Khalifa, and Krillin. So it wasn't a total loss, but it was needed because
it was a little toxic.
it was a great
and
card.
it's a 10K combo. I mean, that stat line is nuts.
Yeah, it's a good card.
All of them are 10K combos.
Oh, they
That's
are
why
all
they
10K.
probably-
All of them being 10K.
Yeah, that's probably why they also got hit as well, because not only were their effects amazing,
This card
they're also 10K combos.
is also a 10K, but the main thing, it was with top coup players, when they're awoken or whatnot, and your opponent's at 2, and they're going to be at 5 energy. You can play this for 1, which is crazy, having double attack.
By ditching a card that's dead
By
or
ditching a
whatever.
card, and then they would double Glimpse. And Glimpse allows you to grab a card if you have a card that's 30K plus or more on field, and this card gives you 25. So it's already being at 20 plus a 25, and then double Glimpse is 50, 70, plus whatever cards you have in hand and cards you grab from trash.
Double.
So then with double strike to then combo, you swing for game for 90, and your opponent might not have it, and that's how you win the game. That was all.
It's nuts.
It's absurd. It's very absurd.
Personally, I only ran 2 of these, because I didn't really care much for it. I prefer to run Adolescent Gohan, only because you drop him for 1, he's a 40K, and he's just a bigger body. Obviously, this would be better for game, but if your opponent's at 1, this is all you needed.
Yeah. So definitely took some hits. I think the stat line's really good. 4-drop 20Ks, 10K combos. Of course,
that Kefla is actually 25 because you really only play her on Awaken.
On Awaken,
So when you-
You really only want to play her
25.
whenever Top Ku's
So
Awaken.
the reason Kefla was so good in Top Coup is because you pay 1, you trash a card, and because she's 20K or less, you play her for free.
Yep.
But the main effect was you get to draw a card back. So the card you ditched, it was basically free.
You're replacing your hand.
That's
And
absurd.
not only that, it allowed you to play a 3 cost or less tournament of power. So you could combo into Android.
Yeah.
And protect your stuff, right?
Protect. It boosts your leader by 5, so it would make your leader 25 for the whole game.
Jeez.
He can be popped by effects, and he's a 25 himself.
Yeah. So I mean, it's protection.
Yeah,
it's that green and blue levels of giant leaders that is kind of annoying. Except this one isn't just controlling the game and popping stuff. It's
Spamming
I'm going to
board.
spam and swing at
Spamming
you
board.
4 or
For
5
1
times
energy.
for 1. Yeah. So I mean, it's
1 energy and 1 card that you ditch and got it right back.
it's crazy.
Imagine you have 2 of these, 2 Keflas in your hand
Hard
on a
play
5
one.
on a 5 dawn turn.
Yeah. Hard play 1. You get 4 cards. 4
Four cards on
for
board.
5.
And
That is
you
absurd.
trash 1 and draw 2.
Yeah.
So hand cycling.
Yep,
It is.
basically.
Absurd.
So
Absurd.
I get it. I think it would have been better initially if the cost for Goku maybe was a 2 cost or maybe a 3 cost, where it's not just 1 ditch. I mean, that's kind of easy.
I understand it's limited. He can only play Tournament of Power. So there is a certain amount of cards you can only play off of it.
Yeah, but I mean that Kefla, I mean it's definitely an indirect hit to a lot of red as well. So,
Yeah.
Oh, no, definitely.
but the next thing that came out today with the ban list also I want to touch on is change of game mechanics, which doesn't really happen like a whole bunch in a lot of these bigger
any
card games.
games.
Yeah, usually mechanics are set, especially this coming through after Masters already. I kind of figured they would have ironed some of these issues out. But initially, if you didn't know, if you were going first, you start with your 6 cards. You can charge 1, so you get on to 5, and you can play at 1 cost. You had 4 cards in hand, and you would not draw on your first turn. But now, if you're going first, you do get that draw initially, which helps. So you'll
Which
start
you
with
definitely
7,
And I
you'll
think
charge
that's
and go to
good.
6. Yeah, so it really does
That
kind
was a
of
healthy change.
even out. So I like it. It's just not something I was expecting because mechanics we don't see change very often
I
at all.
think it's a good one because
No,
Yeah.
yeah, because honestly, it's very good because, dude, going second in this game, you got everything.
It's good. You can swing.
You can swing. You got energy marker, an extra energy, and you got to draw.
Yep.
First player got nothing.
And if you swing, a lot of these leaders, you swing on Awakened and you draw. So I mean, you're getting at least 2 draws that turn. And if you play a card that draws a card for a 1 drop, then you're getting 3 cards that
That's
turn.
so much hand advantage.
So it is, and I think they definitely saw that. So it's a good change. I'm happy with this change, and I hope going forward, people are happy with it. I don't see why anyone wouldn't be
No,
happy
it's
with
great.
it. Of course, if you're going second against green, you don't really want them to have that draw, especially now in this upcoming meta.
Exactly.
With Cell.
That actually,
But
I'm not gonna lie, that was something else I wanted to get into, but we'll get into that. Was there any other rule changes? Because I only seen the draw.
I think that was the only mechanics change, the revision
That
of the
and
rules.
the red band.
And then the ban, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The red bands, yeah.
the red man.
Excuse me.
I thought other colors would have gotten hit.
I honestly, that's what I was gonna say. That I really felt like green should have got hit a little bit. Nothing should have got banned from green, but Broly definitely should have went to 1.
Okay.
Being because you could literally go back to back Broly's and they
can.
can swing 4 times per
Yeah.
turn.
And it pops.
It
Yeah,
pops
and it pops
anything.
That is actually way too much.
And was it 45?
And the
It's a
camera,
44.
the camera guy
45,
back here doesn't agree with us.
Yeah, avocado back
Because he
there.
plays green, unfortunately. But they got saved on the ban list. On top of Broly not getting limited, which it should have, I think the Cell stage, the Cell Arena, should have definitely went to 1.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very toxic. Maybe same level as Kefla of toxicity of spamming 8-drop cells back to back. Not only is Cell a more cracked Broly, but you also get to heal.
You get the heal, pop 2.
2, and you can still swing.
can
And
still
he's
swing.
40k.
Avocado and I were playing, and I think 2 of the games we played, it was back-to-back cells. And in the first game, it was 3 cells in a row.
And it's not even that.
And I mean, it was crazy.
Cell lets you play Cell Juniors for free.
Yep. And Cell Junior lets you pick up, an extra card
And
from
event.
your...
You can
An
pick
event.
From,
So you
yeah.
can pick
uh,
up 0 cost.
you can
Exactly.
pick your 0 cost, your 1 cost, back from grave.
It's crazy.
So in that turn alone, you pop 2 things, you
Yep.
heal, you lose 3 energy, but because you have the
You're
stage,
getting it back.
you're getting it right back.
Really, you only neg 1, and then
then-
you give it to yourself the
But
next
that's
turn.
the thing about Bandai, like they make these limited and ban lists hit one thing, but totally space out
Erase.
about something else.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you seen that it was an all predominantly red format.
Yep.
Now because of this ban list, it's gonna be predominantly green
Green,
format.
maybe some blue, some of the Fuzamasu control
But
coming in.
I heard that blue is a hard lose to green.
It's not a great matchup, especially when green can
doesn't
go
play a lot of characters.
and green can go back to back to back, right? I mean, I think blue played really well into yellow and into red, but definitely it was a little bit tougher for green.
Yellow got no love.
Yellow got no love. I think
At all.
I think moving forward we're going to have a green dominated meta. I think you're very much right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Cell. I don't think Broly's like the Broly leader is going to be crazy. I think androids might come back. Androids have a lot of mid game potential.
We still got Beerus on the board.
But it's still all green. at the
Beerus
end
is
of the day.
there.
Beerus is still a solid leader.
Beerus is still a solid leader. I think the minusing is going to be good early on in
But late
matches, but
game.
when you get late game and you've got 40s and 45s hitting the board, when you can do sell, pop, I mean, it's going to be kind of rough.
Yeah,
now
Or
if you can,
Cell, Broly, like
right, that's the thing. Broly is not leader locked either, so
Not at all.
you can just put a couple Brolys into that cell deck. Now you've got
Is
at
Cell
least
leader locked?
6. I don't. Is Cell leader locked? I think it's just a. I don't think
No,
it is.
so
I think
you
it's a
could run it in
generic
the
minus
Android
3.
deck, too.
Could.
This is ridiculous.
So it's encouraged, he says. That's crazy.
Yeah, because you just
Does the Android
He is
deck
he
also
has an
ramp
Android
stuff?
tag, doesn't he?
yeah.
Is that his only tag?
I don't know.
We can look at it later. I didn't think about that, but
Because you can tag them out with Pops for Android 17 and 18,
yeah.
and you can just get them back.
So I mean, there's ways to find them too. So it's crazy, but yeah, I think that's what the meta is going to look like moving forward. I mean, ultimately, it's just kind of a waiting game. Yellow's not really.
So is only an Android.
He's only an Android. Okay,
Only an Android.
only an
He's
Android.
nothing else.
So we'll be curious to see
Technically,
moving
he is
forward.
only an Android.
He is. I mean,
So you could run them. Yeah.
so I guess that'd be fun to see what happens forward.
I mean,
so
two pop and a heel is great
that's
either way.
yeah. So that's what we have
Popping
for.
Hill is great. That's absurd.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
actually.
that's why it's so
when
good.
you can pop literally anything on the board.
I feel like they should.
you lose 3 energy,
But with the cell stage,
and
you
then
go
you can
back
So
get
it
up
doesn't,
back.
it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you
So,
lose an energy or not.
As long as you see
Yeah.
the cards, you
Don't
need,
act
you're
surprised.
good.
Then
Yeah.
you just drop 3
You
cells
just
on my
beat me,
man
I
right
think,
here.
3 games in a row. Yeah, so maybe we'll take a step back there.
And then I
so,
saw him put 3 cell juniors and grab some
crazy.
events.
So that's what we have for ban list and game mechanics. We did have some announcements today. I'm trying to find the picture. I would like to get into that. We've got some leader reveals and then some effect reveals. We'll touch on those effects and talk more about those when we get there because one of them is fan translated, so I don't want to take it, 100% accuracy.
Yeah,
But
take it with a grain of salt.
right. So, but we do have 3 leaders that were announced. We don't have their effects yet. But for set 3, we've got a red Jiren leader coming out, which I think that's kind of overdue. I was expecting him to come out in the second set with
Honestly,
Goku,
I feel like
might
Jiren
have-
might be good.
Jiren could be really
Jiren's
good.
gonna have a
Topo
tournament
in
of
them?
power.
He more than likely will do Tournament Power. Universe, what is that? Universe 11, I think, is him.
I think he is 11.
So maybe we'll see the Topo come back.
Oh,
That would be really
Topo.
cool.
Oh,
He,
yeah.
and Masters, he had a really cool effect that everyone hated, where it was very similar to that Whitebeard coming out for One Piece soon, where you have to pay to swing, and
It was
so
crazy.
hopefully we don't do that again. But
What happened, bro?
the Jiren was
There's
cool.
actually a Kefla and Masters is just the exact same thing.
There's a lot of the cards that are very similar. Some of the artworks also are very
It's the
similar.
exact same artwork, and it also lets you draw a card. and
But the thing
place
about
it.
Masters is, like, at that point, it was already
is
so
Universe
fast. There we go. It was already so fast that, I mean, other decks can take care of it. But so we have a red Jiren leader coming out. We've got a blue Goku. It looks like it's the Goku with the halo above him. So
Super
I
Saiyan
think it's
2,
Super
whenever he
Saiyan
was
2.
fighting Majin Vegeta.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that because
I want a
it's
Majin
Goku.
Vegeta leader.
Maybe in the future. I'm sure we'll see Majin
Yeah.
Vegeta in the future.
No,
There's no way that we
eventually.
don't.
I really want to play that for sure.
But that's for blue. For green, we're actually getting a Piccolo leader,
I'm excited.
which could be cool.
Namek support.
With
Yeah,
some Namekians.
Nemeks would be
Namekians,
cool.
ooh.
We're having a couple different new leaders with the Jiren, the Universe 11, and the Namek, so we probably won't get like full-fledged, like great tier 1 decks, but hopefully good support.
Hey, you never know. Remember the Namekians on the Tournament of Powers? They could
Yeah.
probably go
Oh,
on that
that's
deck.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
if they have those,
they have some. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
those
good.
two Namekian
Are they?
dudes.
What color are they?
they're
Are they green?
They're red.
They're red.
They're red.
Yeah, but
okay.
you never know. They could print them as green and make
They
them
could,
Namekians.
they could always do, and I'm sure we'll get to some double code leaders at some point.
We got a male character.
Yeah, and then the
Banal.
leader
He
that
said,
I'm super stoked about.
"Don't take his coat."
Don't take a nail. Is Boo. We're getting Boo in set 3. I think we had talked about that in our prediction video. What
Good
we're going
old
to see.
I know you were excited, bro.
Dude, I'm stoked. I played Boo in Masters for a while. I know there's a new Boo out in Masters right now. And so Boo coming to Fusion World makes sense. I'm glad he's yellow. I am. I was kind of worried that he might be blue, but I'm glad that he's yellow. Very curious to see how he's going to play into kind of Yellow's tactics with kind of spamming the board and taking care of stuff.
It's gonna be like
Because it's resting or it's stunning.
It's stunning, restanding, and spam.
Spam.
So I'm kind of hoping that maybe we get like a 6 or 8 drop where you absorb Go Tanks. Maybe we can spam the ghosts on the board.
I was just gonna say that. That would be crazy.
I would like to see him maybe, instead of spamming, maybe he takes away a lot of stuff from your opponents, where he can maybe absorb them into the power him up, and then swing and get rid of those. Maybe as markers, if we use them as energy markers. So I'm excited to see that. I would like to see energy markers, but
Something's
with Boo,
telling me though with that Boo deck, bro, that they might keep it to a fat Boo. I don't think they're gonna add
They
super
could.
or kid Boo. Or
they very
nothing.
well could.
those are all those are the awakened side, were they?
The
No.
awakened side is Fat Boo. We
Yeah,
haven't
you
seen
see.
the unawakened side, which could be Kid Boo. Oh, I hope it's not Bobbity.
Bro.
I would drop it all.
What about Bobbity, like with like his
The
egg?
orb, yeah.
Oof, like a
Could
alt.
be.
Oh my
So
days!
so we're
His
probably
cocoon, yeah.
we might actually see Majin Vegeta as a card in this one if it's a Majin character
Could see
trait.
Dabura too.
Could be. Could see a lot of
what's the other,
Majin
that
stuff.
big green one.
I
When
can't.
they're in the
I
ship,
know what you're talking about, and I
then,
can't.
And then the one that Vegeta kills too.
Yeah.
And the one,
There's a
Gohan
bunch of
fought?
them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can-
the one
but
Gohan
there's a
fought,
lot of
yeah.
Majin characters. We could see the return of Babidi, which could be a good searcher for a lot of the Majin stuff. So maybe we'll see a one-drop Babidi searcher. But we kind of want to throw those out there. That was really cool. I'm excited. I think that's a great 4 lineup that we initially got.
That's good.
And we kind of went back and forth on Discord about it several times. And then we were talking about Black coming out again, and we did get a translation for the starter deck Bardock, which is going to be which was our first Black leader that was announced. And this is just it's effect, so we don't really know any of the other cards yet. I think there's one Bardock that was announced, but we won't get into too many details with that right now.
That was the SR one, right?
Yes.
Something, yeah. They showed something.
So this is what it says. It says Bardock on attack. This is the Awakened side. Draw a card. After that, this card gets plus 5k power. So automatically, it's 20, swinging for 25. So swinging for 25 is really good. It's good on offense, not defense.
That's the Awakened, correct?
This is the Awakened side, yeah.
So technically, he's a 25 leader.
Yep. And then activate during battle, during once per turn. Look at the top card of your deck and combo up to one battle card with the characteristics of Bardock's gang, and then place the rest on the top or bottom. So when you swing, you get to draw, and then you can look at the top card of your deck. If it's Bardock's gang, you can combo with that, so free combo, maybe get 10k off that, and swing with it. If not, you can put it on the top or the bottom of your deck. So also, if you draw it and it's not a card you're going to need,
Manipulation.
slot it down. Yeah.
Good.
And if it's a super combo, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to leave that right there on top and draw your next
Just draw
time.
next time.
So I think that's kind of a solid. It's nothing like,
Did it say reveal?
it says look at the top card of your deck.
So you
Don't gotta reveal
Nope.
it.
So you look at it, you can choose to combo or put it back.
That is
So
insane.
in
That is
the end,
really
if
good.
this changes, if it gets revised, we'll let you know. But as of right now, this translation says look at the top card.
Yeah.
So
that's
really good. Excited. I mean, we haven't seen. I think there was one Bardock card that was announced. I don't have the translation for it, so we're not going to talk too much about it. I think it was a 5. Yeah, it's a 5-drop. So we'll see that. But then
We have a new.
through our conversation, we have a new leader that was
that's the
announced,
Spanish one.
and it is.
Is that the Spanish
This
one?
is the Spanish one.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
No hablo. Okay.
English or Spanish?
So we've got Son Goku from GT. It's the kid on the front, and it's the Super Saiyan 4
That's
on the
gonna be
back.
great.
The reason we're saying that these
I
translations,
don't, is that sorry? Is that the alts or haven't been
we
revealed?
don't
No,
know.
this is just the
This is
regular.
just
They haven't-
this,
they
they
haven't
just
actually
revealed
You know what's
this.
crazy?
The alt's gonna be nuts.
I feel like that alt, the alt is gonna be him in SSJ3 before he
Ooh,
goes 4.
That would be crazy.
If
Right before
that,
the power up into 4.
Yes.
That would be kind of crazy, actually.
Oh my! Or
The friend doesn't change that drastically.
huh?
The friend doesn't change that drastically.
Oh, it doesn't. Man, they could do some crazy
Something,
stuff,
yeah,
bro.
something to definitely think about. And
Or
also,
they could put the Great Ape where he's gold.
they could put the
That
Great
would be
Ape
insane, dude. Bandai, don't sleep
with
on
him in the
this.
front, maybe Great Ape in the back, like.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like
Hey Bandai, go ahead and reach out to Big Beard Pirates TCG. We got some collaborations
Some
we want to
ideas.
do with
Hit us
some
up,
promos.
Bandai.
So,
We also do One Piece.
so the reason we're saying that the translations may or may not be right is because at the bottom of these translations it does call him Sun Wukong, right? So we know who he's supposed to be, who he's based off of, but we're kind of iffy with this.
Yeah, these
so
were just translated.
Who is
so-
that?
Sun Wukong is in
That's
mythology.
what
That's
he's
what he's
based
based
Oh,
on.
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Journey to the West.
So
Oh,
Unawakened,
he's based off of the Monkey King.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unawakened, 15k, when attacking, draw, and then when you have 4 or less life, draw a card, flip it over. The Awakened side is
This
that
is where it was
Super
kinda
Saiyan 4.
weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. It's 20k. It is when attacking, draw a card, still good. And then this is where things kind of get odd. It says main turn once, so once per turn. Choose up to one of your battle cards, and it gets plus 10,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. If this skill removes an energy marker, it will receive plus 15,000 power instead. We haven't seen anything else with energy markers. That's kind of why I was
It
thinking
might-
boo.
I don't know if it's going to be energy markers, just going to be your energies.
Well, see, and that's what I was thinking is, but what if it's just giving 10k, why would we remove an energy unless it's give 10k and that if it gets boosted up removes an energy?
No, so if you remove the energy, he gets another +5.
That's what I'm saying. So, but
I don't think it'd be energy.
It says
marker.
if this skill removes an energy. So yeah, it would have to be multiple things. That's why the translation I think is kind of odd right now.
So it might be like you could also pay 1 energy extra.
It very well
and then
could.
give him another 5.
So nonetheless, as of right now, it boosts up the attack of one of your cards. I'm sure we're going to have other cards from GT that maybe say when this card gets plus whatever, it gains another 5 like that. If we do end up going into energy markers, kind of like how we were talking with Boo, it would be kind of cool to say put 2 energy markers on this card, and sometimes you would use other cards to slot underneath it, and you know for every energy marker it gets +5 or whatnot from other card games. So
Union Arena does that.
yeah, Union Arena, Weiss Schwartz does that. So I mean there is other card games that mess with that. So we did want to talk about it because it was revealed and the artwork kind of looks sick for it to be a regular leader. So I'm excited about that. We have gotten no other GT cards revealed as of now, so we don't know if black is going to be locked into leaders, if it's going to be splashable again. I don't know what the whole
That'd be cool.
thing is. Yeah, so no, not to green. You don't get to play any of the new cards. You're playing Cell. But that's kind of
the Namekians ain't doing nothing for you. Can't absorb the Namekians.
That's crazy. But that's all we really had. We want to kind of sit down and kind of discuss about all the news that was dropped today.
Yeah, bombshell.
And you know, Big Red Pirate CCG, we always want to be one of the first you come to and listen to when it comes to One Piece and Dragon Ball Fusion World, of course. So, any last comments or thoughts before we sign off?
None.
Nope.
Just wish that Green could have got hit a little bit, you know.
They should have just banned her, to be honest. Because to be honest, there's no point of running 1.
Hey, but if you top deck that 1, hey, you're getting advantage.
There's no point of running 1.
Yeah, but
Just run more searchers, bro.
I run double searches for her.
There you go.
I actually ran double searches. Because
now
in
maybe we don't
matches,
play searchers.
I ran double searchers, one for Universe 6 and one for Tournament of Power, because I've had games where I don't see her at all and I lose.
Yep.
Because this is the most important card in Top Coup.
Top Coup's definitely. We might
Limit
still
her
see,
to 1. Yeah, you could cycle her, but there's really no point.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will find a way to break the leader again. But all right, well that's all we had for you. Once again, Avocados behind the counter, Clay, Yumi, aka Ravon, and Hydro, Big Red Pirate CCG, and we're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.
I